I welcome you all to my science class. In our previous class, we have learned how are particles arranged. In today's class, let us deal with the same block 21. Let us continue with the topic why different properties. So, what is the aim of today's class? The aim is relate the properties to the arrangement of particles in solid, liquid and gases. So, we know the particle arrangements from our previous class knowledge, isn't it? How are particles arranged in case of solid, liquid and gases. So, we are going to relate them to each other and find out in what way their properties are different. For example, I want to give you some more examples of a solid like a bench, table, roof, plate, cup and saucers. All these are example of solids, isn't it? Liquids, you can have a juice, tender coconut or some soups, etc. And for gases, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, all these are examples of gases, isn't it? So, my question is as such, how are solid, liquid and gases different? What properties are unique? I use the word unique. Unique means special. What is their special characters in them in which they are different? Unique to that of solids. Why do gases and liquid float? So gases and liquids are grouped under one category, whereas solid has some different properties when compared to that of liquid and gas. So let us find them with the activity in today's class. So what is that I am going to do is, I have taken a solid, a liquid and I will show you the gas, and let us look for all the following properties. Will all the three states of matter undergo or have the same properties? The name of the properties are like fixed shape. Do they have a fixed shape? Do they have a fixed size? Ability to flow. Do they flow easily? And can they be compressed? What is the meaning of the word compress? Compress means it can be compressed into smaller space. That means you can put that into a smaller space. And you can fit that into a smaller space. Can you do that by compression? So let us see there. So I have drawn a table here. The first table will tell you the properties. Second one solid, yes or no. I am going to mark. Liquid, yes or no. And in gases I am going to mark yes or no. Okay. So first thing, I have taken a solid. I have taken a ball for that matter. So first is, can you see this ball in my hand? This is an example of a solid. So does it have a fixed shape? Yes, it has a fixed shape. Yes. Can you see the fixed shape of this? It is round in shape. Yes. So I write Y. Yes. It has a fixed size. Does it have a fixed size and shape? So fixed size. What about the? Sorry, I wrote for shape. I write it here. So, does it have a fixed size? Yes, it has a fixed size. It is medium in size, isn't it? It can be bigger, it can be smaller, but not the same ball can be made bigger and smaller. So, this has a fixed size. Yes. Ability to flow. Now, can this flow? It can roll down. If I put this ball down, or it can just roll down, but it cannot flow on its own. So, I write no, N. So, can it be compressed? Now, can this be compressed? For example, can I compress and put this ball into this tumbler? Can I fit this ball into this tumbler? No, it is not possible because the shape of this cannot be changed. So, I write N, no. Okay. Now, after that, I am going to take liquid. So, I have taken water in this bottle. So, I have added some color, artificial colors to this. So, this looks yellow in color. So, I have taken water in this bottle. So, let me see whether this liquid satisfies all these properties. First, does it have a fixed size? Does it have a fixed size? What about the size of these particles? Size of this? No, this has no proper size because the size varies. So, its size varies. What about the shape? Now, look at this. This water is occupying the shape of the bottle. Now, you see, I am going to pour this water into this plastic tumbler. Now you see what the shape of the water now. So the shape of the liquid is dependent on the type of container you are using. So the liquid will occupy the shape of the container which I am using. Can you see here? See, I have poured it back. Now you see it is occupying the shape of this bottle. So it does not have a fixed shape. Now, ability to flow. Yes, can you see here once again? I am going to pour this water from the bottle to the tumbler. So, it can flow easily. Can you see here? It can flow easily. So, what do I write here? Yes. Now, can this be compressed? Can it be compressed? Can it be sent into a smaller container? Yes, it can be done. Okay. So, these are the properties of liquids. Now next is a gas. Now I cannot show you the gas, but I can feel the gas, isn't it? For example, does it have a fixed size? Does it have a fixed size? No. Does it have a fixed shape? No. For example, see, I have taken a balloon here and I have filled air into this balloon. See? Now, if I release this air from here, then the balloon will become deflated. So, this inflated balloon has the shape depending on the size of the balloon. If I fill more air into this balloon, the size will increase. So, it does not have a fixed shape. And what about the ability to flow? Now, when I open this balloon, what happens? The air will go out, correct? The air will go out. So, it has the property to flow. For example, I have taken a syringe here. This is an empty syringe which I am having. Can you see the syringe? Now, I am going to pull the syringe downwards. So, then what happens? Air is present around us. You all know that, isn't it? So, what happens? There is an opening here. So, where the air will get into the syringe. So, when I am going to push back this piston, what happens? I feel little hard because air is filled. So, I am finding it little hard to push this piston. So, I prove that the air is present everywhere and ability to flow. Yes, the air can flow easily. Yes. Now, can it be compressed? Can I fill this air into a container? For example, your LPG cylinders or an oxygen cylinder, you can think of all those things. Yes, air can be compressed, it can be filled, it can be sent into a smaller space. It can occupy smaller spaces easily. So, this is our conclusion after the observation of the activity. Understood? So, on the basis of the properties and the arrangement of particles, we have to relate them to each other. So, I have shown you 3 columns here: solid, liquids and gases. Now, let us compare them. See, in case of a solid, as you know, particles are closely arranged, isn't it? Whereas in a liquid, the particles are not so closely packed. They have little space between them. In case of gases, particles are far apart, isn't it? Then, in solid, they cannot move on their own. So, we have to move this. For example, this is a board. If I want to put this board in some other class and I have to move it, it cannot move on its own. In case of a liquid can move on its own. So, when you spill water, the water just flows like that. So, in case of a gas, it can move easily. So, in your gas stove or something, when you open the switch, what happens? The gas will get open and it will flow away, isn't it? Your cylinder get empty easily. So, it can flow easily. Next one, solid have a fixed size and shape. Whereas a liquid has fixed size but no fixed shape here. So, they are showing you fixed size means, fixed size but no fixed shape. Whereas in gases there is no fixed size or no fixed shape. So, next is solid cannot flow, whereas a liquid can flow and whereas a gas also can flow easily. Did you all understand? So, these are the properties of solid, liquid and gases depending upon the particle arrangements. Now, there are some solids but they can be So which are there? We will see them. Are all solids hard and incompressed? Are they not able to compress? What about sponge? Why do honey and water not flow at the same time, same rate? Honey is also considered as liquid, water is also considered as liquid. But why don't they flow in the same speed, isn't it? First thing, sponge and rubbers are exceptional solids, okay? So they are exceptional, they do not come under these criteria called as solids. They have different properties. So each solid will have different property, they show different properties. Then, when we are considering honey and water, in a honey, the particles are little bit, are not that much close when compared to that of water. The particles are little closely arranged. The particles when compared to that of water, in case of honey, it is closely arranged. So, what happens is, it is like semi-liquid. That is, it cannot flow easily like that of the water. So, the particles in case of honey are little bit closely arranged. So, it flows slower than the water. So, solids show different properties. So, what happens? You would have seen when your mother brings provision to the house, she will pour the salt or the sugar or the sun or all these items into a container. Easily it will pour down to the container. You would have seen the sand lorry carrying the sand. So what they do is they empty the lorry, isn't it? The sand flows easily as that of the water. How is it so? See, sand, sugar and salt are made up of small particles, okay? They have fixed size and shape, so they are solid. Since they are solid, they have a small particles, they just flows easily. Did you understand? So, for keywords, compress, size, shape, definite, unique. Now, open your workbook, page number 26. Page number 26. Why different properties? First question, write two difference between the properties of pencil, milk and air. Pencil comes under solid, milk under liquid and air under gas. Any air you can take, or your instant stick air you can see, no, that also you can take, and you can write two differences between them. Second question, why can water be easily poured whereas ice cubes are hard? You have to think over it. Salt, third question, salt can be poured into a glass just like water. Why is it called a solid? Just now I explained it to you. Okay. So, for your homework, you have to read content book page number 27 and 28. Understood? So, in today's class, we have discussed about why different properties. Under that, we have done activities to show that solid have fixed size, fixed shape, ability to flow is not there and they cannot be compressed. Whereas the liquid has a fixed size but not fixed shape and they can flow easily and they can be compressed. Whereas in case of gases, the gases have no fixed size and shape but they have ability to flow and they can be compressed. So, relatively we have seen the difference between solid, liquid and gases based on their particle arrangement. If you have any doubt regarding this class, you can ask me through Google Classroom. Thank you. Have a nice day.